Welcome to the OGHS Library channel with Mrs. Berg. I'm Mrs. Berg, and today we're going to be talking about how to properly clean our Chromebooks. And the biggest part of this is learning how to safely take off the case of the Chromebook so that you don't damage or crack any part of the Chromebook. So we're going to be going through two different types of Chromebooks today. We'll start with the one that's attached with this material piece to the front and back cover, and then we'll go on to the one that is unattached, where the front and the back cover are separate. So we will start with this one that has the attached cover. Now for both of these types of Chromebook covers, it's best to start on the back. So if you flip your Chromebook upside down, what you're gonna see is you're gonna see these openings on the cover for the vents. You're going to wanna place your thumbs on the vent opening because you're going to use that to help you kind of push the Chromebook out of the case. So what you'll want to do is you'll just want to open the Chromebook slightly, place your thumbs right on those vent covers, and then the rest of your fingers are going to grasp just the outside of the case. So don't grasp the Chromebook itself because that's not going to help you. So you're putting your fingers, you'll see these little like anchor tabs right here. That's where we want our fingers. We're pressing into the vent hole with our thumbs. And when you do this, the back of the case will just pop off just like that. Super, super simple. Okay, now we want to continue moving back around to the back of the back case, the back of the back case. Okay, so now we're moving down to this part. And again, you're just gonna wanna stick your fingers kind of in the corners, and you're gonna wanna pop up the corners. So again, if we kind of open this Chromebook up, you'll see that it's anchored down on the corners here. So if it's easier for you to have it open, just to put your fingers on that, go ahead and do that, but you'll just give a little push and pull with your fingers on those anchor points and it'll come off super, super easy. Okay, now we have it and we have the back off, so we're gonna flip to the front, but we're actually just going to let that case fall over the front of our Chromebook. And again, we're just working with these anchor points. So we've got these anchor points here, and then you'll see that you have some further up on the Chromebook as well. So just continue kind of going from bottom to the top of your Chromebook. So then we'll go to these anchor points here that are right by the corner of the hinge on the top cover. And again, you're just gonna push on the back of your Chromebook and put your fingers on the front and it'll pop right off. Do the same to the front, kind of turn it this way so you can see. So again, you wanna find where those anchor points are, and it might be easiest to do the ones on the very top, but you'll just give a little push and it should pop right off. Now you're gonna wanna make sure that you clean the actual inside of the case and you clean the actual Chromebook, because over time your Chromebooks get a lot of buildup and it gets really, really gross. Some of you might be appalled at what you find inside your Chromebooks. You wanna make sure that when you're cleaning your Chromebooks, you're not just using a regular Lysol wipe, you're not just using like a wet cloth, because that can all damage your Chromebook. We wanna make sure we're using special wipes that are safe for our Chromebooks. So they should be free of, I think it's like chlorine and chloride, I don't even honestly remember. Okay, but the wipes that we're giving you, these ones right here, these ones are safe for Chromebook use. So you should get two. You can just tear them apart. You just peel to open it, and then you can unfold this wipe. It should get fairly large. So you might only need one wipe for your Chromebook, but you have two just in case. And then just give it a good wipe. And you want to wipe all areas of your Chromebook. So front, back, open it up, make sure you wipe the keyboard, make sure you wipe the screen down, and then make sure you go and you wipe inside the case. And depending on how gross your Chromebook is, you might need more than one wipe. So once you do that, then you can let it dry for just a second, and then we're gonna reattach it. To reattach, we're again starting with the bottom. So literally all you have to do is line up those vents with those vent holes that are on the bottom of the case. Just set your Chromebook directly on top of the base part of the case, and then just give it a little push to lock it in. Okay, it'll click it into place. You'll hear all of the parts click. If you want a little more reassurance, you can tip it up and just kind of push all along the edge, and it should be all clicked in. Then you can just fold the top over. And I always think it's easier to kind of open your Chromebook for this part, because again, we're working with these anchor points. So the best way to do this is these top anchor points tend to get stuck. So you want to come from the top, push them down so that they're already secure, and then you can go around the sides and just kind of push till you hear that click, just like that, okay? And then you're good to go, and your Chromebook is nice and clean. So that's how to clean the attached case. Now we will move on to those that have the unattached case where the top and bottom are separate. Now this is going to be a very similar process for cleaning this Chromebook. So when we go to take the case off, we're gonna start from the bottom, and you guys also have these vent holes. So again, we're gonna use these vent holes as kind of our anchor point. So push your thumb into the vent hole while you're holding on to the edge of the case. And these Chromebooks are nice because they have a little bit bigger lip than the older ones. So as you're pushing your thumbs into those vent holes, you want to be pulling up with your fingertips on the edge of that case. And these ones are really hard to get off. These ones, you need a little manpower, okay? But it should pop off, okay, just like that. Once you get this far, then you're going to work the other side of the back of the Chromebook case. And again, we're anchored on the edge. Let me see if I can kind of open it and show you. You guys have anchor points at the bottom of that back case as well. So it might be easiest for you to open it up, and then you can just kind of use your fingers to pull that edge off of the bottom, and then there you have it. Now I would recommend keeping it open as you take off the top cover of your Chromebook. Again, our anchor points are going to be down here, and then we have anchor points up here for these cases. So you're just going to kind of work your way up your Chromebook. So start in one of your corners, and you're just going to want to click it off, okay? Hear that little click? And then the other corner, click it off, and then just kind of move your way up while you're pulling the case off nice and slowly. Be really careful when you get to the top, okay? Because that's where it can be really fragile and crack your frame if you're not careful. But moving in that upward motion will help you protect your frame and keep the frame around your computer screen from cracking. Again, make sure you wipe everything down using a safe wipe. So wipe your computer, wipe your screen, wipe the outside, wipe inside of your case, and then we'll click it all back together. The way we're gonna do that is we're starting from the bottom. So make sure that you line up these holes with the vents that are on the bottom of your case. All you're gonna do is you're going to lay your Chromebook on top of that bottom case, the correct direction, and then you're just gonna kind of push. Again, we're pushing at these anchor points, so on each corner, until you hear that click, like that. Okay, just like that, and then that's all good and secure to go. Basically the same thing for the top, okay, but the easiest way to put the top on is to actually open your Chromebook. And then the best way to put it on is to kind of slide it so that this top part is actually aligned and ready to be clicked into place, okay? If you're trying to like click on the bottom first, then this top might get a little funky. So it's nice to just kind of slide till you know it's nice and secure and in place, and then you want to kind of reverse direction. So we're going to start from the top, we're going to go to the bottom. So click in these top points first. Sliding it on should already put one corner in place for you. You'll just have to click on the other. When you're doing this, hold really firmly to this frame of your Chromebook as you're pushing the case on. So you'll just hear that little pop to know that it clicked into place. Then come down to the bottom and do the same thing with the bottom part of the top of your case. Just hold and click, hold and click. And this one can get a little bit tricky, so you might have to turn it and angle it to get it just right. But you should hear that little snap once it locks into place. Once it's in place, it won't wiggle, it won't fall off, and you're good to go. And that is how you properly and safely take off the case and clean your Chromebook. If you have any questions, feel free to stop by the library, drop me a comment below. I'm Mrs. Berg, I'll see you next time.